Today is January 27th, 2026, and this is Read Through the Bible.
Hi, everyone.
And so we're recording this on Monday night, and we're here nice and cozy in our house with our...
We're sitting by the fire.
Fire, yeah.
It is roaring and keeping us warm.
Yeah, and you've just been looking at some temperatures.
Yes.
This is really strange.
There's a big storm that just came through this past weekend, along with a lot of cold, and it's 7 degrees right now as we're recording.
Yeah, it's cold.
It feels like -10.
Yeah, but
so
we're
it's pretty
warm.
windy.
We got the fire.
Yeah, it's not bad. But I was just looking, so the town in Danville, California, where I grew up, right now it's 54 degrees.
You've sacrificed a lot to live in Illinois.
It's a lot warmer there.
Yeah,
but our daughter is in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's 2 degrees there right now.
That's way south.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's so cold there.
So cold for them.
Yeah, and she said that her husband didn't go to work today, just telecommuted.
Right, I think the roads are still a mess because cleaning up from the ice storm and the snowstorm.
Okay, well, there's your weather report. And next we turn to the phone book. We are reading 1 Chronicles 7 and 8 today, and it feels like we're reading a phone book with all these names. And we're doing this because 2 Timothy 3, 16, 17 says that all Scripture is inspired by God, and all Scripture is profitable.
Right,
and
so we need to read every book of the Bible.
Yeah, and partially it includes this. But what's helpful is to understand why Chronicles was written.
Right, so remember the Jews had been in exile in Babylon, which then became Persia. They'd been there 70 years, and then they were not only allowed to go back to Jerusalem, but they were sent back with money and supplies to rebuild their temple. And so they are now going back, but they need to relearn their history because this is a new generation that hadn't lived there. And they need to remember especially the throne of David and the temple and the primary role of worship in their culture. And so that's really what First Chronicles is all about. Yeah. And it's also about just using the lessons of the people who went before them to learn from the good examples and the bad examples. Just to kind of go over where we've been talking about the genealogy basically of David, of King David, leading up to him and then after him. Also the tribes of Israel, the sons of Jacob. That's a big focus here. And so in 4, it was the tribe of Judah and Simeon. And then in 5, it was the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh. Those are the ones who lived east of the Jordan. And then 6 was the Levites. And then now 7, we're going to have a whole bunch of tribes.
Yep. Do all the rest of the tribes. At this point, you want to speed up the podcast, you're more than welcome to. The sons of Issachar, Tola, Pua, Jashub, and Shimron, 4. The sons of Tola, Uzi, Raphiah, Jeriel, Jahmai, Ibsam, and Shemuel, heads of the fathers' houses, namely Tola, mighty warriors of their generations. Their numbers in the days of David being 22,600. The son of Uzi, Izrahiah, and the sons of Izrahiah, Michael, Obadiah, Jonah, and Ishiah. All 5 of them were chief men. And along with them, by their generations, according to their fathers' houses, were units of army for war, 36,000. For they had many wives and sons. Their kinsmen belonging to all the clans of Issachar were 87,000 mighty warriors enrolled by genealogy.
Verse 6, the sons of Benjamin, Bela, Becher, and Jediel, 3. The sons of Bela, Esbon, Uzi, Uziel, Jeremoth, and Eri, 5. Heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors. And their enrollment by genealogies was 22,034. The sons of Becher, Zemira, Joash, Eleazar, Elonai, Omri, Jeremoth, Abijah, Anathoth, and Alameth. All these were the sons of Becher. And their enrollment by genealogies according to their generations as heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, was 20,200. The son of Jediel, Bilhan, and the sons of Bilhan, Jeush, Benjamin, Ehud, Chenanah, Zephan, Tarshish, and Ahishahar. These were the sons of Jediel, according to the heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, 17,200, able to go to war. And Shupim and Hupim were the sons of Hushim the son of Aher.
The sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shallum, the descendants of Bilhah.
The sons of Manasseh, Asriel, whom the Aramean concubine bore, she bore Machir, the father of Gilead. And Machir took a wife from Hupim and for Shupim. The name of his sister was Maacah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad, and Zelophehad had daughters. We heard about him in the book of Judges. Right?
No, in the book of Numbers.
I'm sorry, the book of Numbers.
Numbers 27.
Right.
The daughters get the inheritance, yep.
And Maacah, the wife of Machir, bore a son, and she called his name Peresh. And the name of his brother was Sheresh, and his sons were Ulam and Rakem. The sons of Ulam, Bedan, these were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, son of Manasseh. And his sister Hamoleketh bore Ishbad, Abiezer, and Malah. The sons of Shemida were Ahian, Shechem, Likhi, and Aniam.
Well, I just think about how right now you're getting your master's in reading science.
Oh, man.
And your class right now is...
It's all about linguistics and
advanced phonics, right?
And, yeah.
So, just learning how the words are spoken should be a help to you, right?
But the problem is this is another language,
okay.
And so, it's not quite the same rules.
Okay,
so.
The sons of Ephraim, Shuthalah, and Bered his son, Tahath his son, Eliada his son, Tahath his son, Zabad his son, Shulathath his son, and Ezer and Eliad, whom the men of Gath were born in the land, killed because they came down to raid their livestock. And Ephraim their father mourned many days, and his brothers came to comfort him. And Ephraim went into his wife, and she conceived and bore a son, and he called his name Beriah, because disaster had befallen his house. His daughter was Shira, who built the lower and upper Beth Horon and Uzan Shirah. Repha was his son, Repha his son, Tela his son, Tehan his son, Laden his son, Amihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, Joshua's son. Their possessions and settlements were Bethel and its towns, and to the east Naaran, and to the west Gezer and its towns, Shechem and its towns, and Aya and its towns, also in possession of the Manassites. Beth-shan and its towns, Tanakh and its towns, Megiddo and its towns, Dor and its towns. In these lived the sons of Joseph, the sons of Israel.
I think it's interesting. Verse 27 is about Joshua, the son of Nun.
Yep.
And this is his genealogy right here.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, that's the one who
Conquered.
The book of Joshua is named for.
Yeah.
Okay, verse 30. The sons of Asher, Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, Beriah, and their sister Sarah. The sons of Beriah, Heber, Malchiel, who fathered Birzaith. Heber fathered Japhlet, Shomer, Hotham, and their sister Shua. The sons of Japhlet, Pasak, Bimhal, and Ashvath. These are the sons of Japhlet. The sons of Shemer, his brother, Roga, and Jehuba, and Aram. The sons of Helam, his brother, Zophah, Imnah, Shelesh, and Amal. The sons of Zophah, Sua, Harnefer, Shual, Beri, and Imrah, Bezer, Hod, Shama, Shilsha, Ithran, and Bera. The sons of Jether, Jephunneh, Pispa, and Ara. The sons of Ulah, Ara, Haniel, and Riziah. All of these were men of Asher, heads of fathers' houses, approved mighty warriors, chiefs of the princes. Their number, enrolled by genealogists for service in war, was 26,000 men.
Okay, so if you're looking to summarize chapter 7, and just looking at your ESV headings would just be fine in terms of the sons of Issachar, Benjamin, Naphtali, Manasseh, Ephraim, and Asher. And now in chapter 8, we're going to go down again. We're going to revisit Benjamin just in more detail, heading down to Saul because we're focused on the throne is really what's happening here. We've seen Judah, the genealogy of David. Now we're seeing Benjamin, the genealogy of Saul. Benjamin fathered Bela, his firstborn, Ashbel the second, Ahariah the third, Noha the fourth, Rapha the fifth, and Bela had sons, Adar, Gera, Abihud, Abishua, Naaman, Ahoha, Gera, Shephufan, and Haram. These are the sons of Ehud. They were heads of fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Geba, and they were carried into exile to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, that is, Heglam, who fathered Uzzah and Ahihud, and Shaharaim fathered sons in the country of Moab, after he had sent away Hushim and Bara his wives. He fathered sons by Hodesh his wife, Jobab, Zabiah, Mesha, Malcolm, Jeuz, Sakia, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of the fathers' houses. He also fathered sons by Hushim, Abitub, and Elpaal. The sons of Elpaal, Eber, Misham, and Shemed, who built Ono and Lod with its towns, and Beriah and Shema. They were heads of the fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Aijalon, who caused the inhabitants of Gath to flee. And Ahio, Shashak, and Jeremoth, Zebediah, Arad, Eder, Michael, Ishpa, and Joah were the sons of Beriah. Zebediah, Meshullam, Hizki, Heber, Ishmarai, Isliah, and Jobab were the sons of Elpaal. Jakim, Zikri, Zabdi, Elienai, Zilathai, Eliel, Adai, Beriah, and Shimrath were the sons of Shimi, Ishpan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zikri, Hanan, Hananiah, Elam, Anathahijah, Ifdiah, and Penuel were the sons of Shashak. Sham, Sharai, Shechariah, Athaliah, Jerushiah, Elijah, and Zikri were the sons of Jehoram. These were the heads of the fathers' houses, according to their generation, chief men. They lived in Jerusalem.
Whew. All right. Giel, the father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon, and the name of his wife was Maacah. His firstborn son, Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zecher, and Mikloth. He fathered Shemiah. Now these also lived opposite their kinsmen in Jerusalem with their kinsmen. Ner was the father of Kish, Kish of Saul, Saul of Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Merib-Baal, and Merib-Baal was the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon. By the way, we just reached Saul and just carried right on.
Back, but that was
in verse 33. Verse 35. The sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Teriah, and Ahaz. Ahaz fathered Jehoiada, and Jehoiada fathered Alameth, Asmaveth, and Zimri. Zimri fathered Moza. Moza fathered Beniah. Rapha was his son, Elasa his son, and Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these are their names: Azrikam, Bakchura, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were sons of Azel. The sons of Eshek his brother: Ulam his firstborn, Jeush the second, and Eliphalet the third. The sons of Ulam were men who were mighty warriors, bowmen, having many sons and grandsons, 150. All these were Benjaminites.
Okay. So that's the genealogy of Benjamin, if you will.
Including Saul. But he's not a big focus there, really.
Yeah. So I think about how you said, well, these names are a different language. I hope, though, that in trying to struggle through some of these long names especially gives you some sympathy for some of your students.
Yeah, for sure.
Who you have, who they're maybe not learning Hebrew, but it's English that they're learning. For them, it's a different language. You have to really look at
every letter and sound it out. And so, yes, it does.
It's a good practice for you to be put in their spot.
It is.
Okay, we will see you tomorrow. One last day in these genealogies. We're trying to encourage you on. We're reading them so you don't have to. Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.